Yes, finally some sunshine. Let's melt the snow. Got things to do. I don't like working in the snow. Playing some Harvest Moon and making some burritos for lunch. I'm gonna put some Spam on them today. Got some of this bacon Spam. It's pretty good. Still kind of prefer the original. The maple, or what was the other one? Hickory Spam? That was pretty dang good. Got some carrots, broccoli, coleslaw mix, some slices of Spam, little cheddar cheese shredded. Skipping on the garlic salt this time because I feel like I've been eating too much salt lately, so usually tastes just fine without any seasoning with the Spam in there, so that'll be a decent lunch. Alright, you guys, I finally brought out my collection of games and game consoles. I want to play through a few of them really bad. I also need to organize everything. I want to put everything into its own box like I have here with the PS1. I've got the console, the controllers. It's just kind of like a little easy to carry around and box with everything in it and keeps things a little protected. Got a pile of games here, got some controllers, some more consoles, accessories, more games. 2 bins of games, all mixed up with each other. Everything needs to be sorted into its own bin. More consoles, I think. Yeah, I got the regular Nintendo, Sega Saturn, the PS2 underneath. There's I want to play the Mercenaries really bad. That was a good game back in the day. I really enjoyed. And the original Xbox, I got 2 of them. One is my original, and the other I got for, I think it was just a really good deal on eBay. And so I bought it, or maybe there's a game or 2 that I wanted, and it came in a complete set. Anyway, I got 2 original Xboxes, so there's but I also want to get out the Sega Saturn and play some Robotica. Another favorite of mine from the past. And then we'll move on to some Fallout 3. That has to be done. I've been wanting to play that game again for years now. I've played through and beaten it. And then there was the download content, which gave you like 4 other levels, including a spaceship. There's the pit, which is another area, and then this, I forgot what it was called. It was like a swampy area, marshy. Anyway, there's a bunch of download content you can get that it just really expands the game. And I've spent a lot of time playing through those, though I didn't beat every single one of them completely. I remember getting through the spaceship completely and then make it back down to the wasteland. But yeah, I still got a little left to play on those download content packages. I do believe this was called the Elite, Xbox 360 Elite. It's not my original. I originally had a white one. I sold that to a buddy's friend. I didn't know him, but he needed an Xbox, and I wanted an upgrade, or I had an upgrade and didn't need 2 360s. So yeah, a lot of enjoyment with this. God, I doubt it, but I hope Black Ops is still multiplayer is still working. Oh, but then I'm not going to connect this to the internet. I don't know what Microsoft has done for the update. Sometimes games will have their licenses removed and I can't play them anymore, so I am not connected. This has a whole bunch of games on the hard drive, including Fallout 3. I got my original disc, Fallout 3, and then I downloaded a copy so it plays a little smoother. Don't have to worry about loading times, or loading times are a whole lot better. But I was thinking I'll get another 360 for online use. But God, I would love to play some Black Ops. I'm not sure I ever played Black Ops 2, but the first one was just amazing. Had a lot of good times with multiplayer on this console. don't think I'm getting an Xbox One. I'm just kind of tired of the way these things are going. This was like the last awesome console. I would love to have some like a PlayStation 3 and maybe a 4. Never had one of those, but I have, you know, I got enough games to last me a lifetime. So any newer games is just going to be played off the PC. I actually have a couple copies of Fallout 4 for the Xbox One, but unless I come across one that's really cheap, because I would like to play that off a console, so I might get an Xbox One just for that game. But and yeah, maybe use the Xbox One as a multiplayer console. So this isn't getting connected to the internet again. I have the Ethernet plugged up just to remind me. But Fallout 3, that's what I need this for. Once I get through a few of my older games, I want to get through a few select games I'm really looking forward to playing. Fear Effect, that was a good one. Wouldn't mind getting out the second one. Both games are pretty odd, but they're fun. Vigilante 8, already played through that game, unlocked all the characters, beat the game. Need to find the second one. I might actually have already pulled that out in my go bag here. To go bag. Those are some good ones, the Vigilante 8 games. Very happy to see everything out and together. I did leave behind a Wii. That's already boxed up into its own box and organized, and I don't have the fondest memories with the Wii. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I really loved how the controllers had a little speaker in it, and it just kind of added just a whole new type of surround sound that it was just cool. You know, you could hear sounds coming out your hand from your controller, and that was just really unique. I loved that, and there was a lot of good games, and it was really fun playing with the, you know, sports games, bowling. That was a lot of fun. So it was a unique console. I love the 360 so much. The original was also pretty awesome, but the 360 brought this little achievement, you know, way to track your score and share your score with other multiplayers or other online players, and these little achievements would pop up when you do certain things in the game, and it was so addictive. I loved it. So yeah, everything kind of tied up. You know, I was a PlayStation guy, but Halo came out for the Xbox, and the Xbox was so cool looking, and it kind of sucked. You know, my buddy had a Xbox, and it just kind of got me to cross over from PlayStation. So I never got a PlayStation 3, though they are really cool, and I wouldn't mind having one. They have some pretty awesome games as well. But again, I've got enough right now. I'd love to have a Nintendo Cube, a Sega Dreamcast. That's a pretty unique console as well, and I have some fond memories of that, playing at a buddy's house. But yeah, the memory card was really weird. It had its own little controls on it. That was a cool console, but yeah, I got enough. Boy, it's overwhelming. From a collector's standpoint, I'm really happy with all the valuable games I got, and they're all kept real nice, and it's really good to see a somewhat decent collection. But there are so many that I need to go through and play. It's going to take so much time. But I'm picking out the most desired games. God, I'd love to play Final Fantasy VII again. That just kind of popped into my head. Got some great ones here. Prey. I think that was an earlier game, but that was really nuts. That was a pretty nutty game. Ninja Gaiden, the original, was really good. This was really good too, but I think I scratched the disc, and I gotta get a new disc. Lost Planet. Oh my god, that brings back memories. That's an early game. I remember that. Got a pretty awesome metal case there. Oh yeah, Gothic 4, Arcania. That was a fun one. $40. That's not. Gosh, these games are expensive. Wherever the heck I was getting them from. That might not be an original. This might be just stuff that was left on the case after getting it off of eBay. I don't pay that kind of money for this. For these 360 games, you find those a lot cheaper. I don't think they're too rare yet. Gears of War. Oh man, that's Gears of War 2. But that was a fun one. Yeah, there's just way too many to get through. So I've picked out a few that I just have to play. I've really thinned them down actually, since I really want to play Fallout 3, but not before playing Mercenaries on the PS2. I want to play Robotica on the Sega Saturn. Would love to play some Donkey Kong 64 on the 64. Yeah, I might. So that might be one too for the 64. Wouldn't mind getting back into some old Mario. I think all the Marios. Mario 2, Mario World, Mario Kart for 64. Yeah. I gotta save those for later, but definitely Robotica, definitely Mercenaries, Half-Life. Also need to play Half-Life for the PS2. That's around here somewhere. I think it's in, yeah, it's in this box. Maybe just use pictures. Put pictures up. Half-Life. But before getting to those consoles, I want to get through a few more for the PS1, like Parasite Eve. That was a pretty trippy one. Kind of reminds me of the gameplay style is a lot like Resident Evil, but got its own little crazy story, and it's a fun one. And I played that when I was younger, so I got some fond memories of playing that. A few others for the PS1. God, I was enjoying some Driver 2, but the disc has a scratch in a certain place that kept me from going into a certain map. I played through a few maps, or maybe it was a certain mission. I got through a lot of missions, and then all of a sudden I couldn't read the disc anymore. So it's like, it'll load and play just fine, but just can't get past a certain point. Got a specific scratch on that disc, so I gotta hop on eBay and find me a disc-only set. Okay, I think it's enough update. Here's a bunch of games too, where I lost the cases, and just a stupid idea, because I went through a phase where I thought I'd put everything into CD folders. Then I lost the boxes, that they got damaged while being in storage. Oh, there's that Gothic 4. That should go back into that case. Here's my original Fallout 3. Is this one of the ones that got damaged? Yeah, it's pretty scuffed up. Not too bad, though. I have another Fallout. Why is this in here? That pisses me. I hate that I did this. Here's New Vegas. Yeah, I think I need to put these back in their cases. I know where the cases are. Or these are my original copies, and I have new copies now. Fable. Gosh, that was a good game. Holy moly, I need to play that again. Too Human. This was I don't think it was the best rated game, but I loved it. That was a lot of fun. South Park Stick of Truth. Meh. It was a fun little quirky game. Dead Space, you guys. I like that game. That game was it's one of those games where, oh, there's my Black Ops. Oh, why are these in here? Oh, so stupid. Must have been something I did during my drinking days. Halo. Gosh, yeah, those are some good games. It's Halo 3 right there. Call of Duty Black Ops. My God. That was such a good game. I hope there's a way to still play that multiplayer. Yeah, Dead Space, that game was, I was surprised I was able to play that, but it's so addicting. There's some games that are so spooky I have to take a lot of breaks or just leave the lights on, because some games are freaking gnarly, scary, with like jump scares and stuff. This game really, there's a lot of jump scares, and it's really freaky. Oh, it's Dead Space 2. I like Dead Space 1 better. I think this game could have been... they continue the storyline, and that's made me happy. So I still like that game, Dead Space 2. But Dead Space 1, God, that was such a great game. So scary, but I couldn't put it down. Couldn't stop. What the heck game is that? Bethesda. Don't know. That was a good one. You play that again. Borderlands. Oh, that's one of my favorites right there. I'd almost put that right in second place below Fallout 3. Dead Rising, that was fun. Not the best. No, not the best game, but it's still really, really fun. Condemned, that was a kind of a early game, I think, or a low budget game maybe. No, it's by Sega. But, it wasn't the best game, but that also was, you could get into it. Fear. I'm not sure I can recall Fear 2. Maybe I did play this. Anyway, that's a freaky game. Skyrim. Yep, that's a good one. The gameplay style was just too much like Fallout 3 for me, though, so it kind of felt like I was... I wasn't... I mean, the game was freaking great. I beat it. But there was something about it that just felt like... It's just... Compared to Morrowind, this just wasn't my thing. I mean, I loved it. I loved all the... all the thing, everything about that game was pretty good. I just was too similar to the Fallout 3 gameplay style. It just felt like a redecorated Fallout 3 to me. That... I think I need to replace this disc, but that was a good game. Grand Theft Auto 4. I like that. Good. That's a fun one. That's kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 7 a little bit. Oh, Daytona for the Sega Saturn. This will be an original. I have another copy of this game, complete in the box. There's another Skyrim. What the frig? Why do I have two Skyrims? Platinum Hits Skyrim. God, I hate that I put... This is in here because, yeah, the case probably got ruined and the disc got damaged, so now I have a whole new Daytona complete in box, and that's it. But yeah, I went through this phase where I wanted to keep everything in a... And like I said, some of these, I think this is a... I think that's an original disc, and I have a new copy because a bunch of my discs got ruined in storage just because I was just threw everything into a box carelessly. I was just during a bad time of my life. As an alcoholic, just not taking very good care of my stuff, and I really hate myself for it nowadays. Every time I see this crap. These, I think, are out of their box. I think that needs to go into its box. That needs to go into its box. Oh, God. Some of the newer Tomb Raider games, she's so hot. It's insane. So I got Tomb Raider Underworld and Tomb Raider Legend. Yeah, I hate that these are in here, not in their box, and double wrapped and protected like I do now. Keep everything all super safe. So, I got some organizing to do. Yeah. They did... All the Tomb Raider games seem to have done really... They stuck to their... they stuck to what the game was all about. And it never really... I don't remember any woke crap getting fished in there, although I didn't really recognize it the way I recognize it today. But, yeah, no, that game was good. She's friggin' hot. The tomb raiding is just gets... The games get hard. It's hard to do some of these games. The newer ones, they get the puzzles and the having to figure out what you gotta do. But yeah, these games are good too. Red Faction games are all pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of Armageddon. That's the last game. Last Red Faction. My favorites are 1 and 2. The original Red Faction was amazing. Oh yeah, so we'll have some fun going through these and organizing everything, putting all the games together, PS1 with PS1, Saturn games together, NES games together.